Okay, great. Ryan Sinclair, I'm glad we met actually. Met through a mutual friend for dinner. And it was interesting because I used to be a member of Life Leadership actually. And Matt said you're probably going to try to share the super app with me because it was different back when I was
Yeah,
part of Life Leadership. They kind of did a whole rebranding. You shared a bit of that with me, and I kind of, just to give you a bit of a background, I took a bit of a different path. I loved what Life was doing, but it didn't quite fit my path. And so I wanted to, during Corona, I kind of had a vision come to me. I just wanted to create a platform and look for, because a lot of people they were on edge. They were looking for answers, looking for solution. A lot of people were questioning things and trying to put pieces together. So I originally the original call, Luke McDonald, I met him in Kitchener during my wild partying days, and he's he's a trooper, man. Glad that you're friends with him, connected with him, because he's
I actually met him through
amazing.
Starfish.
You did. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So basically, my business partner would drive for hire, or one of them. I got him involved with Starfish. He got me, he brought on a friend of his called Mike Courtois, and Mike Courtois knew John and Luke, introduced them to the business. And then, yeah, me and Luke have built an amazing bond and become really good friends since he's joined. And I talk to him like almost every day, except for when he has the moments where he's kind of KO'd by his condition or whatever and just not there. But yeah, I talk to him a bunch of times a week all the time. I was just talking to him yesterday. That's why I'm kind of shocked he hasn't been answering today. So
Yeah, that's the thing about business. The ebb and flow, gotta go with it. And that's something that came to me last night as I was drifting off to sleep. There's no such thing as a setback. You are right on track. Like the sweater that you posted on your stories. Fuck your odds. I made it, right? Because it's there's especially watching the news, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but that's the thing about the power of the mind. We have power over the mind, not outside influences. And one of the things that I learned from Wayne McNamara was that to go into any meeting seeing dollar signs will throw everything off because it has to be about changed lives. It has to be about adding value, bringing something to the table. That's what I look for in anything. It's just about adding value, serving. A friend of mine said life is empty without service to others. So it's a kind of a bit of a Luke has been telling me about it for a bit. It's called it's the consumer rebellion.
yeah, we call it the consumer
The
rebellion.
consumer rebellion.
So
So I wanted to
it's
know what's so great about, because you showed me a little bit about it at Eastside Mario's, but credit card companies are chasing after Starfish. So I wanted to bring you on and just see what's so great about it, because how is it so much different and so better? And you're turning down companies that want to partner with you, but life found a better way to do things that
so
no
they
company
do
has been able to touch, right?
they have partnered now with kind of partnered with Visa and MasterCard, not exactly. So it's an e-rewards program that provides prepaid Visa and MasterCards. And you get somewhere, I just used it for my business. I set my business up, my delivery company as a customer of mine. We pay a lot of our stuff, Amazon or whatever. So I use the platform for it, and I just got a prepaid Visa card, $250, and got 3% cash back on it. Got $7.50 back in the platform to use anywhere in the platform. So it's amazing. So the whole concept of the consumer rebellion is, yeah, like fighting against the banks, fighting against the credit card companies, and putting the money back into the hands of the people. So a credit card might sit there and entice you. Oh, we're going to give you 2% cash back, 5% if you do this, or 3% if you do that. But the problem with it is the reason why they entice people with this is because they know the way the economy is going. They know everybody's friggin' struggling. They know everybody lives paycheck to paycheck. Oh, my kid needs this, or oh, the car broke, or oh, something on the fridge broke. Let's throw on the credit card. Let's throw. Oh, we're getting cash back. Oh, credit cards companies are laughing because oh, we'll give you 3%, and then knowing 70% or 80% of the population doesn't pay their credit card off on time, so then they'll slap them with 24, 25, 28% on the back end. So here's your 3%, and we're just going to take that all back when you don't pay us at the end of the month, plus a hell of a lot more. So Starfish doesn't take any fees from the consumer. Even when you get the use the prepaid MasterCard Visa, there's nothing. And so a little point to that is if you go into Walmart and you go to buy one of those prepaid MasterCards and Visas, if you want $100 one, you're paying something like 105 or 110 for them. If you buy $100 prepaid MasterCard or Visa on Starfish, you're getting $100 worth of value to spend. Not to mention the instant cash back you get to spend anywhere else. But so a little concept with it is I'll use Freshco. I think Fresh goes up to like 4% cash back now, or somewhere in there, maybe 3-4%. And we got a Freshco owner on board. One of the business got on board, and he literally said, "Okay, so let me get this straight." He goes, "If I share this platform with my customers who come into my Freshco, instead of them using a credit card and me getting dinged uh, the transaction fee, he goes, I give a percentage of cash back to my customers instead of the banks." We're like, yeah. He's like, well, that's better. I'd rather give the money back to my customers than to the banks and the credit cards. And then he's like, and then if I become a business owner with this, I get paid every time my people use this platform. We're like, yeah. He's like, well, where do I sign up?
What business owner
And
doesn't want extra money in their pocket in their
extra money in their pocket, but
yeah.
not even that. Like, even if he didn't join as a business owner, he loved the concept of the fact that that money instantly goes back to his customers, not the credit card companies. He literally said, like, I don't mind, even if the percentage is a little bit higher than the transaction fee a credit card company would hit me with, I'd rather still give that money back to my customers because that gives them more incentive to shop here. So if I'm giving them 3-4% back, they might, yeah, that might be higher than the transaction fee of the credit company. But now that customer would be like, hey, instead of going Walmart where I only get 1-2% cash back on the Starfish platform, Freshco, I get 3-4%. I'm not going to go shop at Freshco. So that gives them more customers.
Can
So in
any
that concept,
can any life member go into companies and get them signed up as a partner now?
no, I believe it's on a corporate level. If you somehow have a connection to a corporation, let's say I'm in Popeyes right now. Let's say you were randomly the friends of the owner of Popeyes, the head guy. You could link them up with Wayne, and then Wayne can get them linked with Chris Brady. And then at that point, it's now out of your hands, and it's up to head office to solidify that partnership.
Yeah.
But it's mainly for big corporations and stuff. But the fact that we have the Visa and the MasterCard now, we can use that anywhere, mom, pop shops and everything now. So yeah, they still get hit with the transaction fee because it still is a prepaid MasterCard and Visa. But if you had to ask the mom, pa, hey, would you rather get this customer using the prepaid MasterCard on Starfish and you getting hit with a transaction fee, or them not coming to you and going to Harvey's because they get cash back on Harvey's, but they don't get anything with you? They're like, yeah, we'll gladly still take that customer, even if they're using a prepaid MasterCard or Visa. So that's still the MasterCard and Visa opened up people using Starfish at mom and pop shops now too.
Right, because okay, so if any company is accepting use through the Starfish app, if since it's a prepaid Visa, are they not still paying the transaction fee?
For those, yes.
Okay, that's what I
For
thought
those,
because
yes.
it's a certain
So for the
percentage, right?
so for the companies that don't, so technically it's the same thing if you look at it. So let's say I go to Harvey's right now and I think it's 4 or 6% cash back for a customer somewhere in there. Harvey's is still paying that 4 or 6% on the back end. So it's kind of like a transaction fee, anyways, if you think about it. So, but like I said, it still opens up the mom pond. The beauty of the Visa and the MasterCard is so you purchase it on Starfish and then you put it in your Google Wallet or your Apple Wallet and you just tap it everywhere you go. So I basically buy $100 ones and I'll just tap it everywhere I go. That doesn't now, let's say Harvey's, if I go to Harvey's, well, with the prepaid MasterCard, I only get like 3% back or something. Harvey's gives me like 4, 6 or 8%, depending on if I'm on the double cash back. Well, I'm obviously going to use the Harvey's gift card because I get a higher percentage back.
Yeah.
But if I go to, let's say, I'm looking at Piper Arms right now. Well, Piper Arms isn't on the app as an actual company, so I'll just use the Visa or MasterCard there.
What's the process like
What do you mean?
to go from having the app open to actually making the transaction at the point of sale?
Okay, so there's two processes here. If it's the Visa MasterCard, you're basically buying the Visa MasterCard ahead of time and preloading it into your Google Wallet or your Apple Wallet. If it is a company that is on the platform, like your Harveys, your Sobeys, Freshco, Gap, whatever, then when you get to the till, you're basically doing what's exactly at the till. So can I do a screen share here?
You should be able to, yeah, with administrative privileges.
Let's go here.
Perfect.
Do you see my screen?
It's popped up.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
now let's go here. I should have had this set up already, but that's fine. Okay, so here I am here. I have as you see above here, I have 89 and 38 cents in my e-wallet right now. To e-transfer, to put money into your platform and it's higher than bank level security, basically you will just e-transfer. Just like if you were to e-transfer me money, you just e-transfer in your platform. So you would have your basically, it's called in your actual app for your bank, the actual email address I believe is like ewalletcanada@platform.com or whatever it is. It'll tell you once you sign up. And then literally once you put how much your email e-transferring in the comment section, you would put your actual number. That's my number, my personal number. Each person has their own personal number. And then you put your name beside it. And here in Canada, you have instant e-transfers. So as long as you put your number and your name within like literally less than a minute, that money's sent to your account automatically.
That's
Uh,
quick.
as a
That's
business, as a customer, the platform costs 70, I think $75 plus tax for the year. So it comes out to about $6 a month. As you can see right here, for this month, I've used it 35 times for just my normal shopping and everything, and I've already got back $70. So for something that cost me $6 a month as a customer, I got back $70 on it.
70 is the total for the year that you've
Just
already,
no, no.
or just a month.
This is just the month of August.
Not bad.
That's as a customer. That's not my paycheck as a business owner or anything like that. That's just
Yeah.
as a customer. So now, yeah, let's say Adidas. I'll go to Adidas. Adidas 5% cash back. I'm at the till at Adidas right now and I gotta pay. I would go, let's say $52.65 is the exact amount owing. I'd hit review and pay. The second I hit complete purchase, it'll generate a virtual gift card that they tap at the till. It'll take 52.65 out of my e-wallet and put $2.63 automatically back in my e-wallet. So the way I explain it to people is like, let's say Walmart. Walmart's, I think it's more than I think it's like $2, 2% back or something. But let's say it just gives 1% back, just for numbers. So it's almost like you're saving, but you have to have the money in there too. So let's say I had $100 purchase in Walmart. If I generate $100 gift card at Walmart and paid, I would get that dollar back, that 1%, and that 1% would go automatically back into my e-wallet, and I have a dollar left. Now, if I had $99 and my purchase at Walmart was 100, then it wouldn't work. But if I have that 100, I process it and then I get that dollar instantly back in there. So technically, I only paid $99, but you have to have the total amount first, and then you get the instant cash back right away.
Yeah.
But like I tell people, this platform is gravy and it's amazing they came out with it. It helps people out so much for the consumer, for people fighting inflation every day. That's the part of the consumer the rebellion. But I always say to people like, and you'll know this because you were part of life before. It's great to save money and everything, but even saving $70 a month ain't gonna get me rich and get me out of my friggin' financial struggles. It's just gonna help me deal with inflation costs. It's the information in this platform, if used properly, that'll educate people on how to do stuff. So on this podcast side for customers, they get these podcasts. There's about 172 right now. They're constantly adding more. It's constant education on Bitcoin, mindset, the proper things to do, and everything. And as you get involved in the business side and the business platform, you literally have over 10,000 audios that are constantly adding more on what do you need in your life to grow personally, professionally. You need finance and economics. You need success principles. You need professional development. You need people skills. You need leadership, parenting, marriage, which is basically just relationships in general. Teens and kids. There's audios for teens and whatnot. There's even like freedom, faith, and case study stuff.
Yeah.
This is the core of the business that I tell people. Like, yeah, everyone gets like the flashy money, the cash back and everything, because that's what everyone's drawn to. What good is this platform for me right now? Then it's the cash back. But if you really want to change your life, this information is what's going to change your life, change your mindset. I joined this company 8 years ago now. And before that, I was a construction worker, just like everyone else, working the 7 to 3, 9 to 5, 10, 12 hour days, barely getting by, even though I was making a good income, over $30 an hour. But a lot of it went to taxes and everything. When I joined this, I started listening to the audios. I started reading the books that my mentors taught me. And it's hard to explain to people or quantify it, but it's like a snap in your brain that happens when you actually go through this information and you realize the world opens up to you. You start to understand money. When you have kids on the internet making millions of dollars, there should be no reason why someone's stuck with a 9 to 5. So you telling me that kid on the internet is smarter than an adult and the adult can't do what the kid's doing?
It's just about thinking about how the system operates, like the book, The Financial Matrix. The financials. So when I was part of Life, it was called the Financial Fitness Hack. Has that transformed at all into or morphed into anything?
So all that now is actually built into this platform. So we no longer get physical copies of anything. It's all built in here. So if you go media library, you
Mhm.
go down here and there it is right there. 47 financial development. That is pretty much the bot. And when I first joined the business 8 years ago, they were transitioning to digital. So I was one of the last people to get the box, what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. The
Yeah.
$200, you get the box, you
The
get the two
green
books,
box.
the green
Yeah.
box, you get the two books. This is it right here. This is literally it. This 47 financial, everything in that green box is right in here.
Yeah.
Now you can still buy the book physically and the workbook to read, but all the audios and everything are right here. Wealth habits. They had that TP box, which is the professional development, and the audiobooks. That literally everything's built into this platform now.
Yeah. Joe
So
Keller used to say the box is worth its weight in gold.
yeah, he still says that.
He still says that, eh?
But the problem isn't why the platform's so nice. And Orrin Woodward had the vision of the Walmart of the internet, and that's what they got here. They've created now.
Hmm.
It's really hard when people are struggling to hand them that box and just say, just like, you can't eat the friggin' box, right?
Yeah.
But you could at least offer them a platform and say, okay, listen, at least start using this. You'll see the value in this cash back. It'll be easier for you to share it with people, but then start reading the books, start digesting the audio, start digesting the information. Because if you really want to change, the information is what's the most important.
Yeah,
But
that's how
this is the bread and butter and the gravy that entices everybody at first. Oh, look at this cool flashy platform that I can save money on. Oh,
yeah.
I can make money with this. Yes. So when you first get in, That's the thing that attracts everyone now, and it's a great funnel to get people in.
Yeah.
But then it's building the relationships with, and Wayne, what Wayne said to you, this business has turned me into a business owner. I now run, since COVID, I have not had a job. I run a delivery company with partners that helps out all of Waterloo and Kitchener right now. We'll begin expanding into Cambridge, London, Guelph, and other areas soon. I actually have another meeting at 3 o'clock, this business right beside me with a new owner that's interested in jumping on for deliveries. But Wayne said it best. If you walk into a place with dollar signs, then you've already lost it because you're looking at greed.
Yeah.
Business is about networking, serving people, and helping people. If you go in with that mindset of serving, helping people, and solving their problem, then yes, you will get rewarded with money or whatever else. But that's a byproduct of serving and helping people. That shouldn't be your main concern. I use Elon Musk. People love him or hate him, however you want to look at it. Elon Musk never looked set out to be the richest man in the world. The only reason why he became the richest man in the world is because he created a lot of companies that solved a lot of problems in the world. And those companies grew to be such huge companies that his stock options in those companies are worth so much.
Yeah. I saw a quote the other day, networking is underrated. Other people will make you rich. Even Warren Buffett, he started out, people thought he was a joke, but he made the majority of his wealth after the age of 50. A lot of people get involved with uh, certain types of companies and they think they don't, a lot of them don't realize the amount of work it takes, but it wouldn't be worth it if there wasn't effort involved. You know what I
Even
mean? Like,
even my delivery company, we've had a lots of ups and downs, but I've never given up.
yeah,
You got to push through the ups and the downs. But the beauty of it, like I said, you have freedom of schedule. I also do stock trading and stock investing and everything, and I love it. This whole summer, I pretty much spent the majority of the summer at Bigman's Water Park with my son, 2 or 3 times a week. I'm technically working because I was running dispatch for my company and I was doing day
yeah.
trades, but I'm sitting there lounging at the water park on water slides every now and then, checking my phone, enjoying the thing, enjoying the summer with my son, while everyone else is working a 9 to 5, 8, 10, 12 hour days, struggling.
Doing the things that most people are unwilling to do will allow you the life that most people can't live. I was looking into neurology last night or the night before, and it said giving love actually lights up a specific part of the brain that like it heals you. Actually giving love heals you more than receive. How wild is that?
It is. It is. It has a fulfilling, like, there are many times I've set up businesses and stuff where I've gotten people on the platform. All people's like, oh, you just make money off me if you get me on the platform. I'm like, you want to know what I really make if I get you signed up? With the way the structure is right now, I make like $5 if I sign some up as a customer. Ooh, big whoop. I want your $5 so badly. Or maybe, just maybe, I want you to save $70 a month like me.
Yeah.
And then possibly start getting in the information and changing your life. That's more important to me than the $5 I make off you signing up.
I like the five-step plan that life teaches because a lot of people have those doubts in their mind, and if presented properly, it wipes it all out. Make a friend, find a need, transfer the feeling, show the plan, and follow through. Because until they see what it can do for them, they're going to have resistors in their brain. They're going to have red flags. They're going to have
People don't care
doubts,
what you're offering them. They care about
what it can do.
what you're selling. What can it do for them?
Yeah, yeah, because there was a lot of things that I had. I went through a lot of resistance, canceled meetings and stuff. It's a refinement process. It just doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people thought, oh, you just want to make money on books. They're missing the whole point. But that told me there's a lot of stuff that I had to learn too because I went into it.
I'll be
I didn't have the
honest.
business mindset when I started.
I'll be honest. A lot of, like, I know life sometimes will say, oh, like they don't like, it's not that they don't like you. Here, I got a cookie. They might not like your chocolate chip cookie. Just move on to the next person. It is technically a numbers game, but it does also come down to your education, how you talk, how you present yourself. Like, and that's why life offers all that education. But the beauty of this platform in the beginning, is you don't need to know all that. You need to just get started, get people interested. Don't try to tell them everything. You have mentors and other people and other stuff to plug them into that's going to help you until you're at the time that you're able to. But the beauty is, even Orrin Woodward, when Orrin Woodward meets somebody for this, he doesn't sit there and try to sell somebody all on the app all on his own. He'll use his wife or Chris Brady to close it because he's showing them that there's a system in place that does the
Yeah.
work for you. Because if you sit there and tell someone, like I know so much about the app, I can sit there and pretty much tell everyone everything and sell them on everything. But then what they're going to say to me is, oh, that's amazing. That platform is amazing, but I can't do what you do. That's too
Emotion.
much. That's too much work for
People
me to do.
people buy emotion. A lot of people, they're not going to get sold on it just from details alone. Yeah, sure, personality types factor in, and some people want to know the details before they jump in. But emotion, anyone who's done marketing and branding knows that emotion sells. Emotion does the work. Like when you're
Yeah.
selling a car, you get them to visualize, to feel what it'd be like to drive it. They don't care about, oh, it has Bluetooth, it has, most people don't care about stuff like that. This is the finer little details,
And also
anecdotal.
for a new person, if I get them interested and then I say, hey, come to this meeting on Tuesday for more information, or hey, there's a Zoom tonight or tomorrow night that explains it more, or hey, let me set you up with a meeting with my mentors. And then they do that. And then after they realize, hey, so all this person did was get me interested a bit on the concept and then pointed me to something that can give me more information. If that's all I have to do when I first start, then that's awesome. I can do that.
Make it look
And
easy,
then
right?
and
Yeah.
then later we educate them on how to learn stuff, how to educate themselves, and then how they can repeat that process for their people.
I love the acronym Save Yourself Stress, Time, Energy, and Money. How did
Really,
you,
really, I believe Raylene came up with that one. Wayne
yeah?
says she did, and she's pretty smart.
Who knows? Who, like, that's the beautiful thing about systems is that is the pipeline, the what's residual income side of things. It's what, so it used to be 95 and 5, right? 95% of the people make 5%.
Yeah, I heard that.
Those
I heard that
numbers gotta be
change. No,
more accurately, just like the rate of inflation, all of that stuff. The real numbers they don't tell us.
we
I would
we we talk.
imagine it'd be more like 90, 99 and 1
You just hit
at
the
this
nail on
point.
the head.
Yeah.
Like it. That was the thing that actually got me into this business. Really, when I first joined 8 years ago, it was called the Life app back then. They were doing the transition, like we were talking about, from the green box to digital. The
Yeah.
Life app was just the beta test of the platform, the digital platform. But that's not what got me into it. Yeah, the shopping coming and everything was nice and fancy and all. But what got me was Robert Kiyosaki's ESBI, employee, self-employed, B-type business owner, and investor.
Yeah.
On the left side, you have employee and you have self-employed. 95% of the population, 5% of the money, which is more like 99 and 1. Uh, but the problem with the people on the left are they trade time to make money. There's only so much time in a day you have. So then on that left, there's only so much money you can make. But the people on the right, 5% of the population, 95% of the money, or 1% of the population, 99% of the money, however you want to look at it now. You have the B type business owner and the I investor. B type business owner is your systems type business owner, your McDonald's, your Popeyes, like I'm in now, your Tim Hortons. You go drop $1 million on a McDonald's, you walk out, that business will keep making you money because it has a system in place to run itself. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with my delivery company, put a system in place and everything so it runs. And I just basically can rake in the profits and I can move on to other areas and help out more.
Yeah.
Or I investor Warren Buffett, where your money makes you more money. When I saw that, that's what got me in. I'm like, if you guys are willing to educate me and mentor me and invest your time in me to teach me how to get to that right side, I'm in. The shopping platform, everything that's gravy, whatever, that's a little icing on top. But if
Yeah.
you're willing to mentor me and spend your time on me to teach me how to get on that right side and be a B-type business owner, then I'm in because that's what I saw. I
When
saw the
Co
vision of the mentorship and the teachings and how they could get me to that right side.
yeah, when Cody first showed it to me, I didn't understand all the details, and then I came to one meeting and I saw potential, like my eyes lit up because no one's ever, this kind of stuff wasn't taught in school. And one of the things Joe teaches is uh, time is like gold and money is like silver, right? Always got to exchange one to get the other. And if you value uh, money more than time, you'll never have that time. Even a movie that they came out with of the future of currency is time. And they were constantly like, once their
Oh,
clock
I know
ran out, that they had to
just
go to with Timberlake. Yeah,
Justin
the
Timberlake.
future of currency is time because time is the ultimate. If you think of it, like consciousness is what time is. It's a clock is the best astrologers know that energy is what influences all consciousness, but the philosopher
Exactly.
knows that they have power over the stars too, right? Like once you know, like there's certain days where things kind of seem like strange, chaotic, and then I look at my astrological chart and information, and I say, that's what's going on. And then it's a flipping mindset because we have power over our mind.
The mind
Business,
is so powerful, it's not even funny.
yeah. And that's why I love about companies. They teach that kind of stuff. I just had a conversation with a guy I met in town here and talking about future and stuff. And he says he sees himself as a billionaire. It starts as a vision. It has to, right?
100%.
So the name Starfish, did we get into how they came? Because it got into a bit of the history. There's a lot of bugs when it first started. Because I had a BlackBerry back then, the BlackBerry Bold. But
Yeah.
how did it? What was the idea behind the actual branding and the name?
I don't know the full details. I think it had to do with the way the starfish was designed. You cut off one leg, it kind of regrows and just so basically you chop off one leg, that leg creates a whole new starfish and then just keeps growing and multiplying and expanding. I know there's the one story that we constantly talk about. It's changed, it's different variations. You have a little boy and an old man, and it can be reversed the roles that they're in. But the way I've heard it is you have this beach full of starfish on the beach. So they're technically dying when they're not in the water. And you see this little boy picking up a starfish, tossing it back in the water, picking up a starfish, tossing it back in the water. And there's like millions of them on the beach. And this old man comes by and he's like, little boy, what are you doing, man? There's millions on there. You're not going to be able to save them all. You're wasting your time. And the little boy throws one more back in the water and goes, well, I saved that one.
Yeah, long-term vision instead of which instant gratification. That's the biggest thing because we live in a consumer society where people want things instantly. But that's what I loved about the system is it's about training people how to think differently so they can have different results. Because if they never learn how to think differently, they're
Doesn't
never
matter
going to have
what
different results.
doesn't matter what you offer them. We can offer them gold. Like I said, this platform's amazing, but if they're not changing their mindset and their thinking, then they're not going to know the full potential what the platform can do for them.
Yeah. I think the first book I read was The Five Love Languages. And it was
Amazing book.
huge for me. I
Amazing
didn't
book.
understand the power of that and personality types. Personality plus.
Personality plus the five love language. Trust me, it was huge for me. I wish I had this. I joined life. I literally joined life 6 months after I broke up with my ex, the mother of my son. And I'm like, shit, if I had this information in this business before that, I probably would have been able to save my relationship.
All by design. I always look at everything like what's the lesson to take from it? Like an enlightened form of viewing life. Because so there's what was the top five again? Um, has it changed or is it still?
The
I was trying to remember the
the
top
top
five
five
books the other
books.
days. Yeah.
I believe they're the same. They're the same, seem like the same books they were when I joined. Uh, uh, Personality Plus is one of them.
Mhm.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. How to Have Power and Confidence in Dealing with People. I forget who the writer of that one is. and then How I Raised Myself in Failure, Success, and Selling by Frank Bettinger.
Got it. Still the top five, eh? Hasn't
Still the
changed.
top five.
They're
But
that confident. Yeah.
there's a 60 list book in the system now where the top five is in there, and then there's another 55 books. A lot of those books are books in our system that you can buy in the platform, but a lot of them are just books that Oren and Chris and everybody have read over the years that they recommend that are amazing books to read. That'll help grow yourself personally and professionally.
What's the biggest book that has changed your life? Not just in life, but overall in general.
Personality Plus and Five Love Languages have been huge. Oren's new book, Insidious, is pretty strong and powerful. A really good one that's really done a lot of effects on me, I think, is The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey.
Yeah.
The one I'm reading now is pretty powerful. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell.
I was sup I was surprised. Well, it kind of made sense to me too, but John Maxwell, the amount of money that he could charge because there was a church that had hired his services, and just for 1 hour of his time, I think it was something crazy like $100,000, something like that.
Insane. I know
It was wild.
Oren and Chris have counseled the Italian government
Yeah, the corporate.
on business and on financials and all that stuff. So that says a lot that our top leaders in this organization have counseled the government of Italy.
The Italian Senate was on the corporate leadership program last time I checked.
Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Only business in the world with two people in the top 50 in leadership.
And he started as a employee at uh, what was that?
What are you
GM?
talking about? Oren?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oren and Chris, they
Yeah,
started there.
they both started as engineers at General Motors.
One of the things that was toughen up Claude, I think he said, if you're not willing to do the little things in life, you're too small to make it big. Like the first job I ever had was pressure washing the outside of barrels that came back from farms to get
Hey man,
the
you got to do something to
shit
make a living.
and the chemicals off of that. And I remember just washing dishes and the it was like my first job, physical paycheck. I spent an entire day or two just with my hands in acid, and the gloves weren't long enough. My hands peeled for
Oh,
days. But the first paycheck, I'm just like, oh, interesting. Yeah. But that's the thing, a lot of thing people love about
so I'm gonna
business.
say we got probably about another 10 minutes before I have to get ready for another meeting.
Yeah, that sounds
So if
right.
there's any other points you want to hit or something, just go for it.
What's the best way for people to sign up
Actually,
right now? How does that work?
they just changed the sign up process now, which is pretty awesome. So originally you would, as a customer, you would just be on Starfish. And then if you wanted to be a member, you would be on Starfish. You would sign up with the book kit. Um, Insidious and Pales for like 65, 70 bucks plus tax. You would get Starfish for free for 24 hours. And then 24 hours later, you'd become a business owner and get on the Royal Starfish, which was a business platform for $75 a month going forward. So you run your whole platform every month for 75 bucks. Now they've made it a little bit more friendly for new people in the beginning because everyone's like, oh, they get a little bit scared about the concept of, oh, now I got to pay a monthly fee of 75 bucks. And then if they're in the business for 2, 3 months and they haven't made any money right away, they look at it as like, oh, well, now I'm paying 75 a month, but I'm not making anything. So now you can get started as a business owner just on Starfish. So it is basically you get the book kit for 75, 65, 70 bucks plus tax. You get Starfish for free for 24 hours. 24 hours later, you get Starfish for the year, a yearly membership for Starfish, the regular platform. And then you get pay a $20 registration and you're in. And then so altogether it's like $180 to be a business owner and you're in. There's still Royal Starfish should you choose to upgrade to that. and it gives you higher cashback percentages and gives you PV every month, which you get paid on, but you don't have to upgrade to that if you're not ready for it. You can stay a regular business owner. But the only concept I have is then if you teach all your people's mindset to just stay on the regular Starfish, then when everybody's on the regular Starfish and there's no PV flowing up, everyone's like, well, I'm not getting paid. And it's like, well, because everyone's just on the cheap app that they paid in the beginning, and now they're not doing the monthly one. So there's no paycheck for everyone unless you're going out and sharing the platform with others. But it still is a way to nicely get involved, and have a couple months to get your feet wet without having to worry about paying $75 every month.
Is there no is there no what's a passive income off of customers for
There
signing
is,
up for
there is, there
the
is. So the
regular there is.
the passive income off the customer is the regular Starfish has 50 PV attached to it, but it's a yearly. So if you have one customer every month and they're renewing every year, then you have a customer renewing every month. You get that, right?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. So let's say I'm a business owner.
Hmm.
I sign you up this month as just a customer. So this month is August.
Yeah.
So I sell you Starfish. I get 50 PV for selling you Starfish, which whatever level I'm at, I get paid on that, whatever it is. And then you love the platform, so you're using it every month. Next August, when your platform renews, I get another 50 PV when your platform renews next August.
Got it.
So then if I go sign up another customer in September, I get paid the 50 PV in September. And when they renew next September, I get paid again next September when their platform renews.
Is the process pretty straightforward? Like,
I literally
you have
just send
two
you a,
links for one for
yeah,
business, one
I
for
understand you one customer link or one business link. Now, I'll show you that. The links are a little bit different depending on, so I'll explain this. If I went share all the links, so here it is, here's Starfish. And then there's Starfish and Book Kit from Upline, Book Kit from me, or Book Kit from company. So the reason why they have that is if you were right beside me right now, and I'm in a meeting with you right now, and you said, let's go, let's get started, I would have extra book kits as a mentor. So I would basically go and get my book kit. I would give you the book kit. So I would send you the link of Starfish and book kit from me. And then the company will mail me back in a week or two another book kit to replace the one that I sold to you. Now, if you go kit from company, then you're waiting a week or two to get that book kit. So the only way that would work is, let's say I'm in Canada, I have a friend in the States that joins. So I'm not physically with that friend in the States. So then I would send them the link of Starfish and book kit from company, and they have to wait for the kit to show up.
got
But
it.
if I'm with them, I want that book kit in their hands right away the day they sign up so they can start reading it. So I'll give them my book kit. Or if me and you're a business owner, I'm your mentor. We sat down with one of your friends and they got in, but you don't have any book kits yet, but I do. You would do Starfish and book kit from Upline. I would be your Upline. So then I would hand over the book kit. The company would email me the book kit back in a couple of weeks. You replenish my book kits, and away you go.
So do you share this link out publicly, or do you just do it one-on-one
It's
as it
one on
comes?
one because each
One-on-one?
link has its own each. Yeah, you can't just throw the link onto your socials and then everybody clicks on it. Each link has its own generation. So if I generate a link and send it to you, I would have to generate a new link and send it to the next person. And that's how you have your own specific app. Everyone's got specific links. But if you wanted to market it on social, you could still market it and then just get people to come to you and then you send them a link when they're ready.
So if you did a podcast and people were watching it interested,
They'd have to
how
message you.
they would have to message you one-on-one privately then?
Yes.
Okay. How do you usually do it?
Most of it's
Which platform do you use to send people information if they're interested?
most of it's one-on-ones with me.
Yeah?
As I'm going around my daily beings, I basically meet people and I have just quick little chats with them, and then I'll set up a coffee meeting. But I have a few people that have reached out. I'm part of like a trading community. I have a digital platform myself. I've got over 1.8K people on my Facebook, and I put out posts and stuff, and I've had people ask me about it. They'll private message me for more information and stuff. So I'll give them a bit more information. If they're like, yeah, I want to be a customer or whatever, then I just create a link and then I'd send it to them.
Got it. Awesome. Oh, well, appreciate your time, Ryan. And I'll get back with you sometime next month as well. I'll grab that link from you and
Yeah, well, so what I'm gonna do when you're ready to go is I'm gonna say you're connected to Matt. So I'll probably get Matt to send you the link. That way, even though I've done, and this is where the beauty of this is right now. I've been working with Matt. He's just new and still kind of learning a bit. He's just a customer right now, but he's getting on the business side. So I would literally share Matt's, get the link from Matt and share it with you. Even though, see what I mean? I did most of the work explaining all this to you, but I want Matt to feel involved and he's your friend. So the link will come from Matt. So at least he'll be like, oh, I didn't have to do anything and Ryan did most of the work for me and I got to send out a link. See the beauty of this?
team effort, team approach.
So as you get, exactly, you understand that. So as you get involved, you're new. Just get people interested. Send them me. I'll do majority of the work for you and then I'll message you if you're not involved in the meeting with your people. And I'll be like, hey, I need your link. I just got your buddy freaking interested and they need the link to sign up.
Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Any final words before you jump off real quick? Because I know you have another meeting at 3 o'clock, right?
Yes. So I got to get ready to get going. I think I'm good. Do you have any final questions or anything?
I think that about covers everything. I love your background, by the way, though.
Yeah, it's nice when I'm sitting at Timmy's and stuff. It looks like San Francisco behind me, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's San Francisco.
I believe that's the Golden Gate Bridge.
The Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, man. I love how they put the royal in there with the starfish.
All right.
Thanks for your
Awesome.
time, bro.
Good talk with you, Evan,
too.
right?
Steven, but my social on Facebook is Even Steven.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk to you later, Steven.
Have a good one. Bye for now.
We're picking starfish in the shallow waters, dancing shadows.